Hey everyone, thanks for watching. It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. It's a winter wonderland. I'm out here breaking in some new snake boots and a new camera bag. And I'm in an area off the North Country Trail where I'd like to do some coyote hunting, so I'm doing some scouting. But I thought it would be a good time to talk about this knife, the JX2 Jessmuk. I've had this for over a year now. It was a gift from my wife, totally a surprise. She's pretty awesome. And I'd like to talk about why this is my go-to knife now in the woods. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a collector of tools. I'm more of a user of tools. I'm pretty hard on my gear. Some guys, some of my friends would say that I'm downright abusive at times. When I talk about this knife, I have used it and I have beat it up. This knife was designed by Chris Tanner at PREPAREDMIND101. It is made by LT Wright. This knife has a really large belly on it. As you can tell, it kind of resembles like a Jessmuk. Has like an ulu shape to it. And look how sexy that thing is. It's downright sexy. Here's a close-up of the knife in the sheath. It doesn't come with fire steel. The knife either comes in 01 tool steel or CPM 3V. I put a vinegar forced patina on it just because it's an environment where it gets wet and it's just easier to take care of. This is how the knife looked before the vinegar forced patina. This is the green micarta scales. The handle is long in relation to the length of the blade, and it fills up your hand. It's comfortable. It's the most comfortable knife I've ever held. It doesn't create any hot spots. And when I work with any other kind of knife, I'm disappointed because I want to go back to the way this feels. There's the LT Wright Powerhouse logo. The tip is really robust. You're not going to break that tip on anything. On the other side is the Prepared Mind 101 logo. The blade is 1/8 of an inch thick. It has that 90-degree spine that LT Wright is famous for, and it'll really throw the sparks. The overall length is 9.5 inches, weighs 9.5 ounces. It's a scandi grind. After Chris Tanner received a prototype back of this knife from LT Wright, he sent it out to a bunch of the bigger YouTube channels to get their input, to have them do whatever they wanted to do with the knife. Guys like Larry Roberts and Junkyard Fox, Survival on Purpose, and they did everything with this knife. They processed game, they did bushcraft, they batoned with it, camp chores, even food prep. Here's the sheath. The sheath is made by JRE Industries in the United States. And as far as leather sheaths go from manufacturers, it's a nice sheath. The reason this knife has become my go-to knife is because it does everything well. Everything that I would want a knife to do, it's going to do. There are a lot of much larger knives for like a survival scenario, but I believe this knife would even work in that kind of scenario. A lot of these survival knives are so thick that they're just, you can't use them for a lot of the other tasks that you would need a knife to do in a survival situation. So if you're looking for a premium knife, consider the LT Wright JX2 Jessmuk. Thanks for meowing, Sherm.
I heard that.
You want to call Jack?
Jack.